Hi, I'm Imogen Lamport from 16 Style Types, and I'm here with my co-creator, Jill Chivers. And we are also with the lovely Sarah, who has been a participant of our Your Type of Style, Unlocking Your Style DNA program, which really delves deeply into the relationship with personality, psychological type, and style. So welcome, Sarah.
Hello, glad to be here.
Thank you. So we wanted to know what were, kind of any takeaways you got from doing the program.
I think when I finished the program, I entered style nirvana. That's really what it was for me. It was like, an ESFJ, which is what I am, is very interested in style from the get-go. As a young kid, I wasn't interested in style. That's what I majored in college, was fashion buying and merchandising. I ran stores and all that stuff. But you can dress the outer shell. I can know all the rules. I can know what colors to work with. I can know how to dress my shape. But until you understand what's driving you and what's inside, you can never get the inside to reflect the outside and vice versa. So once you do this program, I really feel like my style is driven by what's inside and it manifests to what is outside. And it's one. It's very harmonious. It's awesome.
Yeah. Was there anything that you especially enjoyed that really sort of spiked the graph that either you weren't expecting or you just thought was, particularly illuminating?
I think through the whole program, there was just one aha moment after the other. I think some particular things that stuck out to me was on the gifts segment. And the gifts were so interesting, not only our own gifts, but working with our Facebook group. And some of those other types did not think that their gifts were truly gifts. In fact, their gifts were burdens and negatives. And, and then we tried to, work through that as to why they felt that way. That was very illuminating to me. And my own gifts were also illuminating to me because so many things that are in my gift list as an ESFJ are about style and about have things in harmony and all those kinds of things. So all my life, I've usually gotten comments, hey, your outfit's great. Or the same goes for interior design. I do some of that on the side. People come into my home and they're like, oh my word, this is just so welcoming. We love to come to your house. I also do party stylings and people are all amazed at the overall look of an event. They're snapping pictures and stuff like that, and that's very gratifying and very humbling. But I didn't think it was a gift. I just thought that I liked to do it. So I did it more and I learned more and I got better at it. I didn't know that it was a gift, that was an ESFJ thing and that other people aren't able to do that. That was just a whole different world to me to understand that. And then the other components of it, of the program, was working with our pillars and of our type and marrying that with our values and ranking our values. And once you put those two together, you get that foundation of your style. And from then it was gold. That was pure gold right there. It just launched a whole nother realm. It's like going from 2-dimensional chess to a 3D. I mean, it was expanding and mind-blowing. And to this moment, to this time, that foundation is just so solid. And it gives me a launching point to where I want to go. And that's, to me, the beauty of this program, too. I'm still in the workforce. I got 10 years probably to go. But I know that when I hit that retirement age, so many women hit that wall of, what do I do? I'm tired. How do I dress? How does that work? I don't think I'm going to have that problem because I've got such a keen understanding of myself and how I want to manifest my style now and in the future. That was just amazing.
Yeah.
Well, that's great, Sarah. It's lovely to hear you talk about these parts of the program too. And what's been interesting is that people find different elements of the program are the bits that they go for. So it's been fascinating learning about this. Is there anything that you think that other ESFJ women would find really useful doing this program? What's the do you think there's something about this that they would find enlightening?
Well, the funny thing about ESFJs in this program, you're taking two things that ESFJs tend to like very much, style and human personalities and relationships.
Right.
So it's like super for me, it's like a 2-for-1. So because I learned, if we weren't working on style, which is always interesting and engaging to me, then we were working on interpersonal skills and how I relate to people, but also how people relate to me. And because of the amount of material you guys have in there, I can learn not only about myself, I can learn about people, my family, who I work with, and other things. That was so insightful. I mean, especially as an SF working, my family is all of NFs and NTs. So if I would have known this like 10 years ago, it probably would have helped a lot in a lot of those skirmishes. You can imagine. I'm in the weeds, where this is the way we've always done it. I like to have a plan. Can we get closure here? Can't we all just get along? And my NF and NT family is like, but wait, there's another possibility. Let's try this wild thing that could be really amazing. And I'm like, wait, it could be dangerous. It's a problem. Can we just get closure? So for an ESFJ, when you think about this program, it's like, well, why do I need a program? Because a lot of ESJs already have a great sense of style. So I get that, so you're like, why would I need a program to help me further? But until you get the insides figured out and how that manifests outside, I just don't think you're going to get that authenticity that this program gives you. I mean, I've done Imogene 7 Steps, which was remarkable. I'll give you a plug there, Imogene. You got my color straightened out again. I've always had color since college. I got a little lost there, but I'm back in. But you can have all the tools you want, but until you understand what drives all that, you're never going to feel in sync and in one. And I think as ESFJ, with harmony being so critical to us, I want to be able to put clothes on and I want to be able to be comfortable in them. And then I want to go out into the world and be a help to whomever needs my help or assistance or whatever. And when I can get that right, and I can walk into my closet and everything in there works for me to do those things, I'm just a happy little clam. I mean, that's what it sums up to me. And I think in ESFJ, those two things, personalities and style melded into one program is just, that's just awesome.
And what was interesting in our research about SFs is they are naturally drawn to things that are beautiful and stylish. It's not always oriented towards personal style, though. Some SFs, that their style is about gardening, or it's about interiors, or it's literally about art. And so there can be SFs who they have an affinity for it, but they haven't yet turn that dial around to their personal style. And so there would be a portion of those that could take this natural affinity and orient it in that direction as well, which leads me to my next question, which is an interesting one, because you already started at such a high level when it came to the practical applications of style, shopping, wardrobing, reviewing your wardrobe, getting dressed every day. But did you notice, were there any shifts or were there any impacts in those areas in terms of making you feel more stylish or getting some changes in any processes on that regard?
Well, that's an interesting question there, because I did feel very confident going in, with where I'm at style. We talk about the phases in the program. I really feel like my foot's in 4 easily.
Absolutely.
And so the program helped me identify, well, where do I want to go? So, and I identified where I want to go. I need more unique items. I need more creative items. I need special pieces. But also what this program's given me is it typical? I think typical of ESFJ, we tend to over acquire. And so I love shopping, and coming from a background of running stores. I mean, I can go in a store and be entertained for 8 hours, no problem. I can just walk through and enjoy displays. I can touch every fabric, and that gives me great pleasure and all that stuff. And I have to be very mindful. This program really highlighted for me to get a grip on that, because when I'm out of harmony in my life, work or something's out of whack, I often use shopping as a coping mechanism. And I'm sure you'll recognize that through your own program, Jill, and Shop Your Wardrobe. And so I have I have really stepped back from that. And it's interesting you talk about the creative stuff. I have flipped my creativity and gone into more design work, more party styling. I'm taking some creative classes that I'm able to use those skills in a productive manner and not go shopping and it's a coping manner. It's very stimulating and I love to do it, but I need to be mindful of it because I have a full wardrobe, as a lot of ESFJs too. There isn't really anything I need. So if it's going in my closet, this program's really, really made me conscious. It's got to be really extra special to get a place in there.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
I think that's the biggest benefit, is just now totally understanding myself and that need for harmony. And the other section in the program that was so helpful to me was that self-care section. Touching on how that is so important to all types, but I think especially for ESFJs, because we're such the givers, we're always show up, be there, help, and sometimes to our detriment. And that self-care section was really some wonderful ideas and ways that we can, step back, because balance and moderation is what it's all about. You can't get burnt out and be helping people. Just like I can't have a wardrobe that doesn't suit me. That doesn't make me, I need it to be seamless and harmonious in order to be the best me.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
I think having all these tools and understanding has just been so enlightening and empowering at the same time, and freeing. It's very freeing to be me, It's and to say it's okay. And it's also been so interesting as to reading about the other style types and working with them in the groups to see how they approach things, because it's are so different than me, but I'm gleaning a lot of information, There are some types that they have to go shopping for 6 months, and if they don't find the exact perfect piece, that's cool. Well, I'm for there, acquiring, well, this one's pretty nice. Oh, but I found another one nicer. They're just able to stop the gratification and just wait. So I really picked up on that kind of things too.
Yeah.
So
amazing how different we can be.
It truly is. It truly is. And wonderfully amazing too. So you guys have just done a tremendous job with this program, putting it together from top to bottom. It's, when we started, I didn't really know what to expect. But through the whole thing, it is so well designed, and it's for all types. There's things for me. I like to have an overview before we launch into what we're going to be doing, and that helps me to have clarity. For others, it's more of an overview, and they launch themselves. It's just, you've got some video stuff in there that breaks things up. There's the play shops for those people who just get so tired of question and answer, and reading and still trying to understand so much, that doing a play shop you guys just did a remarkable job putting the whole program together from start to finish. It's exceptional.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sarah. That's lovely to hear. Was there anything else that you think, any other great value or benefits that you got from the program that you would like to share?
I think just the value in terms of interpersonal skills is understanding the why we do things, the why, and how others approach it, so that it just makes life all around richer. I mean, to me, that's what it's been about. My style, yes, and I feel great about that now, and so much easier to shop, so much easier not to shop, but also so much easier to work with people around me, because I can have like we have discussed prior, you kind of start knowing what people's types are just by what, how they do. And you're like, okay, I understand this. And likewise, it's also helpful because, in my work right now, I'm going through a big transition things. And for me, who doesn't like change particularly, this has been a big deal. But I'm telling you, what I've learned through the program about myself and working with others has really helped me a lot through this transition, so that I know when I'm getting, real tight about things, and then have ways to, okay, I know this is me, this is just part of me, and I need to take a deep breath and step back, and it's going to be okay. And Intuit's got this, and and the thinkers will help us out, and it's all good. So it's a remarkable program, not only in terms of style helping, but just in our interpersonal skills as well. It's just, I can't say enough great things about it. You guys are just done a phenomenal job putting it together. No bars, no question about it.
Thank you. That's so wonderful to hear, and very, very humbling and very gratifying. So we really appreciate that, Sara.
You bet. You bet.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. One of the reasons why I'm sure you got so much from the program is because you gave so much to the program. So we really appreciate your generosity of spirit, your generosity of ideas, generosity of yourself, and on the group, and your contribution to the exercises and your participation was a real blessing. So we want to thank you for being part of the pilot program. And we want to thank you and thank you today for sharing your thoughts and your feelings and your experiences of being part of the program. That has been it's such a gift. So thank you for that.
You bet. My pleasure. It's been great.